Good afternoon. My name is Andrea Pollock, and my presentation regarding the writing process will focus on writing in the digital age. In our current society, technology plays a large role in our daily lives through avenues such as email, texting, social media, and surfing the web for information. Technology is developing faster than we can imagine, coining the phrase, having the world at our fingertips. While these advances make our lives easier in some ways, technology is not used to the full extent in our schools. Many schools are playing catch up as technology develops faster than we can handle. In addition, due in part to the lack of resources schools have and the background knowledge that teachers need to actually teach using technology, we don't take full advantage of the tools that are out there. While we have made some advances using tools such as interactive whiteboards or student Chromebooks, we are still a long way from using the benefits of technology in our classrooms. Today, students don't need much instruction on how to use technology or certain web pages. In many cases, they catch on fairly quickly or they're teaching us how to use them. And in some classrooms, we still continue to expect students to use paper and pencil when most of their time outside of school is spent using technology. Our role as teachers continues to shift as we no longer need to just teach writing skills and processes, but now we need to teach and explain how to communicate effectively through writing in the 21st century. So what is digital writing? There are so many buzzwords that are thrown around, including digital literacy, multi-literacy, 21st century, and at the end of the day, they all focus on the same basic premise. DeVos, Hicks, and the National Writing Project most plainly describe digital writing as compositions created with, and oftentimes for, a computer or other device that is connected to the internet. While this definition is simple and straightforward, digital writing is much more than just using a word processing device on a computer. DeVos, Eidman-Adel, and Hicks share that the largest differences are the networked ways in which we can share, distribute, and archive digital compositions using internet-based technologies. So why digital writing? In the real world, Elise Eidman-Adel stresses that digital writing skills are crucial to college and career readiness, and that assignments using digital tools are directly correlated to the real-world tasks that students will encounter. Our plan and structure curriculums work to achieve the Common Core state standards. While the 3 standards are listed are focused on including technology in the writing process, we only touch upon the basics of using a word processing device and finding relevant sources. In order to help our students become critical thinkers, we must actively use the technology available to us and to our advantage. So how do we incorporate digital writing into the classroom far beyond just using Microsoft Office or Google Docs? Well, we continue to focus on using the Writer's Workshop model. In Writer's Workshop, according to Murray, writers need 3 things: time, choice, and response, which play critical roles in a writer's workshop. More recently, the Teachers College Reading and Writing Project has emphasized the need for strategy instruction in the form of mini lessons and conferencing to also play a crucial role in Writer's Workshop. Hicks defends the basic principles of the Writer's Workshop model and adds that the focus should shift to recognizing that writing is about the way in which language, culture, and technology interact as our culture changes and technology takes a more prominent role in society. Now, in order to include technology in the Writer's Workshop model, we can bring technology into any of the main principles of a Writer's Workshop model. Students will use technology to seek out information in reliable resources. They will use different parts of technology to write and make connections, and then they're going to use it to publish their works in various forms. Like a typical Writer's Workshop model, a digital Writer's Workshop model will still include the major principles, but will have various tools and technologies that students can use throughout the process. Having students choose their own topic or avenue for writing, they can use technology tools to confer throughout the process, and then by using mentor texts that can be digital works to teach mini lessons, will be able to relate to the author's craft. When using technology, we allow students to write and work on 21st century skills. When they're using technology, students are collaborating and forming partnerships. They have the opportunity to work together simultaneously on their written work through the writing process. Most often, this can be seen as students working together to edit each other's work, or it can be through the final publishing phase. Next, what's most important is that once students publish their work on different technology web pages or different applications, it's being viewed by an actual audience. Students will take additional ownership over their work, knowing that it is viewable to others. Next, there's multiple ways that students can write. Students can explore ways to use technology to write without always using words, and they can develop their spoken language through applications and web pages that allow them to speak versus just write everything out. Next, students are exposed to things that a typical print book may not always be able to convey. Ruth Cullum stresses that one uses reading to teach writing, and that a mentor text is any text, print or digital, that you can read with a writer's eye. When using technology, students are exposed to many different styles, traits, and modes of writing. In addition, it could focus on personal writing, informative writing, persuasive, even just fictional works. What I think is important is that students can be on the internet looking at interviews that an author may have done and see the format of what they're working on and be able to transfer that over into their own writing. In addition, engagement in interviews and observations conducted by Peterson and Maclay, there's classrooms where digital literacy, learning, and writing was prominent, and teachers facilitated mini lessons using technology, where students worked productively and remained engaged. As we all know, our students love technology. They love the opportunity to use a computer or work on an iPad or a Chromebook. So students who hate writing, by integrating technology and finding the right digital tools, will help motivate our students to fit in their lives. In addition, technology has been found to improve the writing skills in the writing process. Graham, MacArthur, and Fitzgerald note the positive effects digital writing has on word processing, spell check, speech synthesis, and multimedia software. Next, in the classroom, there are so many common and easy tools that you can allow for writing to take place. Whether that be through comics, social networking, blogging is a huge one that students can use in the classroom. There's web publishing tools to finalize students' work and share it across the internet. Students can create presentations on YouTube that includes writing as well as speaking. There's the ability for students to work on audio editing, to create their own web pages, to work on applications with other students, or to create their own book using Storyboard. If anything, there's so much out there, it's going to be hard just to pick one. While we wrap our heads around how to teach writing effectively, we must now shift our typical style to include multiple means of technology. Students can become significantly engaged when using a new online tool, and because technology comes so easily to our students, it is something they embrace and look forward to working with. We have discussed the use of mentor text to teach specific skills and writing aspects. What's important to note are that there are countless mentor texts that can be found through digital means, whether they be blogs, web pages, or online articles. Students can use these resources to their advantage. Most importantly, as writers, students need to build the skills to recognize reliable sources. What better way to incorporate technology than having students see firsthand how so much can be found on the internet, yet it could be from anyone and not be a trustworthy source. Thanks for viewing my presentation today. I hope you enjoyed.